Hello, lovely people. And we're back. Back with some more, the usual aim trainer. How's everyone doing in the chat today? I hope you guys are having a lovely day. Just one more week, and we'll be done. Then we can play some Tomodachi Life. Finally relax. Some stuff updated for the channel. I think that's what I'm going to do. When Tomodachi Life releases, I'm going to take a bit of a break. We'll only do weekend schedules. See how that goes. If I'm itching to, play video games on the weekdays like I do now, I am doing lovely. Tomorrow is Friday, and you know what that means? The beginning of the end. Well, the music sounds fine. Maybe I should turn up a little bit louder. There you go. Seems to be good. Oops. Accidentally press a funny button that I shouldn't have. Go. Let's go. Pretty close to PB, but it's okay if we don't. It's all right. It's all right. Dang. Sigh. I think that one run that or this run we had completely missed one of the targets, uh, thinking that it was gonna die soon. Oh well, we got a better. Yo, lazy, what's up? Order the pad should be here in the next week. Let's go. But I know shipping takes a good minute. Um, if you're in NA, it took me like yeah, about a week. About a week. That's how long it took for mine. You talking about this pad? This pad right here? Okay. 70.4. And we switch pads. We bring out the timer. I'm gonna try a 3-minute timer this time because this feels pretty relaxing for an aim trainer. So put that on. We're going a little bit fast today. See what happens. Yep, to 0. Or whatever. Yeah, it's just the 0. Hopefully you play well on it. Good luck. Hopefully it's what you're looking for. You don't want to consider any other pads? You know, buying 2 mouse pad, the shipping price is the same. You could have bought another one. But it's for next time if you do plan on buying another one. Or maybe you can email them and be like, hey, if you haven't shipped it yet, could I also get this? And see what they say. Oh, this black square is not really black, it's brown. It's just hard to see. What do you play on now? Is just the orange 0? Oh, Aqua Control. Yeah. I remember now. It's all downloading in my head. the data. Yeah, I'm thinking this weekend, guys, we're not gonna have a scheduled stream. We'll just uh do whatever because the scheduled stream will be next week. So Thursday, Tomodachi Life. Friday, Pragmata, and then Saturday and Sunday next week would be whichever one I enjoy more. So but in the time leading between that, we'll probably hit the aim trainers as hard as we can, trying to knock out these last couple of days. We got, what are we on, day 16? We got just 11 days left. Just 11 days left. Have you guys heard of Tomodachi Life or Pragmata? Both demos are out right now. You can play them for free. Tomodachi Life is a Nintendo exclusive, so get that however you can. It should be about 4 hours long, and then Pragmata is on Steam, and it's about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how good you are. I know Pragmata, but not the other one. Well, if you come to Thursday stream where it releases, you'll see. I'll probably make you guys on stream if you guys send in pictures of what you would like to look like on stream. I try my best. I promise or no promises that it will look the best. Tomodachi Life is a life simulator with your friend where you are like God on an island or something like that. I say God, but it's not really like that. You're like an all-seeing being, and then they can see you too. You can like come down. You're like, hey, what's up, guys? And interact with them. Pretty goofy. Holy PB. Crazy PB. Six. Three. You guys think my Lycan will come next week? Still hasn't showed up today. I'm getting pretty impatient. Where's my mouse that I ordered? It's supposed to ship out on the 15th of last month. And it's not here. You guys wear house slippers on the inside of your house? I personally don't. I like being barefoot. But I know a lot of people do. How big? Circumcar. Mom asked me if I'm gonna eat tonight, and I said probably not. The other week, she asked me if I needed more water because she saw my water bottle was kind of empty, and so she took my water bottle downstairs and didn't bring it back up. And when I went downstairs, she washed my water bottle without getting me more water. I was like, what's taking her so long? What a forgetful person. Yeah, so let me know if the music's a bit too loud. I can turn it down. Nice. Practically the same score. Gotta go play Rank Val. Enjoy. Good night. Before you go, what rank are you now? You carry me? Please, I need someone to carry me. Alright, that's the last score for one. Another break we go. Keep on going. What was I about to do? I completely forgot. Um, 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 um. Are you guys happy that we're getting off of aim trainers? Why did I do this in the first place, anyways? What's wrong with me? Am I cursed? No. We can't be cursed. I keep on listening to that Jane Juliet song because of TikTok, bro. It's in my head. It won't leave my head. What was I doing again? I completely forgot. I was gonna do something, but my mind just went blank. Guys, what were we doing before we forgot? Oh, never mind. I forgot again. I thought about taking Thursday and Friday off, but I don't really recall taking the day off being worth it. All right, we're out of time. Get going. All right, decent warm up. Okay, we did a little lower, but that's okay. I think I misnamed these. Okay, we'll fix that. Go. Damn. Damn. Okay, we're rebounding. Oof. We're getting slightly a bit better, but at the cost of, I think I'm about to hurt my arm. Holy. All right. I'm going to move this up to a 4-minute timer now. Because that was kind of painful after a bit. We're on the Raiden mid now. Oh, thanks for the stretch one.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Is today's water bottle. Are you guys excited, guys? We're almost at the 800 mark. Every day is a step closer to 1,000. Do you think we can make it to 1,000 before the year ends? Who knows? So in Nova's chat, they put this thing in there. So it's, are you German or autistic? Okay, so let's fill this out in the time being as we wait. You receive a new piece of equipment. You read the manual completely before touching anything. This is not optional. Read the manual in the specific order I have determined to be optimal after assessing the table of contents. Reading the relevant sections. Who reads manuals? Reading the relevant sections. Someone gives you unclear instructions. You ask for clarification until the instructions are unambiguous. Ambiguity is a failure of the speaker. Follow the instructions as literally as possible and hold the person responsible for any unintended outcomes. You know, I would do this, but I would ask for clarification first. Interpret them charitably and proceed. Become quietly distressed, but say nothing. Follow the instructions as literally as possible and hold the person responsible for any unintended outcomes. Ask for clarification until the instructions are unambiguous. Our ambiguity is a failure of the speaker. I'm more of this. If I need help, I'll ask more questions. But it's kind of in between. Small talk is a necessary social lubrication. I've become proficient at it. I do not enjoy it. A social ritual whose purpose I understand, but whose execution I find bewildering. Fine, I'm normal about it. An insult to the possibility of a real conversation. The most reasonable response to someone doing something inefficiently in front of you is, while I explain the more efficient method, explain it once. If they continue doing it wrong, that's their problem. Say nothing, but spend the rest of the day thinking about it. Let it go. Your relationship. Oh, we're out of time. We'll come back to it. Don't you guys worry. Got a message. Could it be? Aha, I see. It was a message from no one. No one talks to me. It was all a lie. I don't be doing anything. What's up, Red? That's slippery. I think that extra minute help. I don't be saying anything. What's the most anything thing that I said? All right, this is not looking good. Not at all. Damn, I thought I was gonna PB, but I guess not. Keep it going. Hello, Codelius. Do I stink good? Just keeps on getting worse. Damn, exposed. What part of me is exposed that you want to see? Okay, pretty good score. I didn't know high hertz monitor reduce eye strain. That's correct. Good reason to convince parents. Having people have motion sickness in VR because of low refresh rate also. So getting high refresh rate stuff is just better. Having your monitor match the brightness of your room also helps. You don't want it burning your retinas. And like that, we dump. Crazy times. All right, let's start the timer and switch out the pad. What was I gonna do again? Oh, yes, I remember. Place these. I miscopied. Close the fastest. All right, we're done here. And now we go back to this funny little test that we were taking. My German or autistic? Even better reason when my brother's nearsighted. At the end of the day, it's kind of like genetic lottery, bro. If your family is nearsighted, then it is what it is. Your relationships to rules is best described as rules exist for reasons. When the reason no longer applies, the rule no longer applies. I decided when that is. Rules are rules. The rules is the rule regardless of the context. That is the point of rules. A rule is a rule unless the rule is wrong, in which case the rule must be argued against formally. I follow the rules because social cooperation depends on it, not because I think they're inherently binding. That's correct. I only follow the rules because there's gonna be trouble if I don't. Rules exist for reasons. The reasons no longer applies. The rule no longer applies. Buy Hertz monitor to help my brother eye. Nah, just tell him to not play video games. How about that? Do something else. Get LASIK. Pay your taxes. You discover a better way to do something you've been doing wrong for 10 years. You update immediately and never do it the old way again. Update immediately and feel a genuine sense of relief that the world is now more correct. What? Update gradually, because changing habit is hard. Feel briefly ashamed about 10 years, then update. Something you've been doing wrong for 10 years. I don't know. I don't feel ashamed. I just go like, oh, fuck. I've been doing this wrong for 10 years. Let's get this going. That one's probably me. How do you feel when someone interrupts your focus? Mildly annoyed, but I can return to it easily. It cost me approximately 20 minutes of recovery time. I have done the calculations. It depends whether the interruption was legitimate. Genuinely difficult to describe, like a physical sensation. Interrupt your focus. I don't care if they interrupt my focus. His work is in graphics anyways. He can't quit that. Yeah, just tell him to put the monitor brightness down. Go outside. Walk around every like hour. Am I only annoyed? I don't get annoyed. Interruption cost me. No, it depends whether the interruption was legitimate. Yeah, it just depends. When someone says we should get coffee sometime, you understand this means a genuine invitation requiring follow-up scheduling. A social nicety that means nothing. I do not follow up. Neither do they. Everyone is fine. I know it probably means nothing, but I'm not 100% sure and it bothers me. A vague positive sentiment that may or may not result in coffee. A vague positive sentiment that may or may not result in coffee. Yeah. Your position on separating personal and professional life matter is absolute. They do not mix. This is not negotiable. I have a strong preference for separation, but I understand the real world is messier. I find the boundary confusing and tend to be either too professional in personal settings or too personal in professional settings. Context dependent, I can navigate both. Yeah. When you know a lot about something, you share relevant information when asked. I don't volunteer it unsolicited. That would be presumptuous. I have to consciously stop myself from saying everything I know about it. Mention it if it seems useful. Feel responsible to correct misconceptions when I encounter them. Your inner monologue is orderly. I think in sentences, the sentences are grammatically correct, constant and somewhat overwhelming, involving simultaneous consideration of multiple possibilities. Normal, I think. I don't know what other people are like. Methodical. I work through problems systematic before arriving to a conclusion. Orderly. I think in sentences, the sentences are grammatically correct. Yeah, I don't know, bro. We're out of time. We are out of time. We'll come back to the last 3 questions after the session. How thick are your brother's glasses? Are they like a centimeter thick? Also, you can feel the eye strain. If you could feel it, you should probably like just go focus on something else for the time being. All right. That's the warm up. Nice PB. Let's go. Sexy, sexy PB. Wow. Very consistent. Damn, another PB? Crazy. This pad's crazy, bro. PB on top of PB? Nah, hold up. This pad's crazy. Oh, dang it. All right, that's the last score. 283.2. And we start the timer. Switch out the pad real quick. We're halfway through. Exciting times, eh? Looking at something real quick. Ouch. We will get back to the questions soon enough. Hold on a second. I am reviewing something from my notes. Damn. I think I'm messed up, guys. But it's okay. I hopefully we'll learn from this mistake. Yo, what's up, Solomon? How's it going, brother? We were taking a funny test, but ran out of time as break is over. What did you make for food tonight? I think this pad is far too slow for the scenario. But maybe it's just me on the day. Say I'm just not bad. Well, that score wasn't too bad. 6353.6. Cracking my knuckles. Can't wait for next Thursday, guys. Just 7 days away. 7 days away. Tomodachi Life is 7 days away. I repeat, 7. It's gonna be so goofy. I wish there was a easier way to draw on the screen and project it to stream. Because I definitely can draw better with a pen than I can with like than a controller. Are the ads over? Are you guys freed? All right, not bad. All right, the ad should be over. Welcome back, guys. How are the ads? Did you guys enjoy ad prison, jail, however you want to call it? Oh, I feel like if I popped that one, it would have been fine. The score would have been fine. Last one to go. Okay, that's the last score, and it wasn't so great. That's okay. Now back to our little test that we were taking. That's the focus point. Let me switch the mouse pad real quick. Okay. Let's see. Pull this up. All right. Someone does not follow through on something they said they would do. You feel disappointed that is proportionate to the importance of the commitment. Judgment, you said you would do it. You did not do it. This is a character question. Confusion, followed by distress, because the gap between what they said and what happened feels like a fundamental problem. Find people unreliable. I already planned for this. Disappointment that is proportionate. Kurosada, how did you feel about your college years? It was no different from high school, my first and second year. My third year, I was like, ah, shit. I'm being tested, and I should have focused way harder in my first and second year. I was a lot more carefree first and second year because it wasn't that hard. But really, I should have locked in way harder in my first and second year, because a lot of those things that I did, like I did a lot of shortcuts in my first and second year where it could have helped me in my third year. It really beat me in my ass. And then my fourth year, it was easier than my third year, because third year is usually the weed out classes. And so fourth year was slightly easier, but still like stressful, but it was manageable. I honestly find myself not really liking this era of my life. I'm not gonna give up, but I do not see myself remembering these years fondly. I wish I was still in uni because I had more time back then, and it was nice having structure versus work where it isn't really structure. It's just whatever is tasked at the time. And then it's just a big, well, at school I was challenged, but I had more time. But at work I am not challenged, but I have less time because, you know, the workday fills up way more. Yo, what's up, some being? We were just talking about university. Maybe you could answer your version of the question. Solomon asks, how did you feel about your college years? And I'm taking are you German or autistic test right now. Your approach to an interesting topic is best described as read the best books, form a view, move on, become extremely knowledgeable about it for a period of weeks or months, then possibly move on. Thorough and systematic, because understanding something halfway is worse than not understanding it at all. Develop a sustained interest that remains active for years alongside other sustained interests. Become extremely knowledgeable about it for a period, weeks and months, then possibly move on. That's probably the best one. That's good. Okay, last question. If I'm German and or autistic, the problem with the world is people don't think things through properly before acting. Imprecision in language, in thought, and action. Everything else from this. People say things and do other things. Rules without reason, and reasons without the courage to follow them to the conclusion. The problem with the world is probably the top one is what I think the most. Imprecision in language, in thought, and action. Everything else follows from this. I also kind of believe this. People say things and do another. Yeah, sometimes. Rules without reason, and reason without the courage to follow them. The conclusion. Rules without reason and reason. Yeah, not this one. Sometimes. It's in between these two. People think things People don't think things through properly before acting, which is true. Imprecision in language, in thought, in action. Everything else follows from this. The fuck does that mean? I'm gonna have to ask Google. That's kind of the same as like the first one, right? Like, because you were like not good with your words, your thoughts, and our actions, you kind of reap the repercussion of it. People don't think things through properly before acting. That's these two are like almost the same, but this is like in language and in action, and this is just thought. But your thoughts leads to your action and language. So like, I'll have to go with the first one since I chose that one first. Whoa, I'm more German than I am autistic. Let's go. Let's go. But overall, I'm neither. We'll read about this after the AIM training. Another factor that contributes to it is the societal scene at my community college. It's very small, and you see the same faces around, so to speak. And I don't really like the faces there, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's fine. You don't have to interact with them. I've seen some of my coworkers and my classmates at like the supermarket outside, and then I just do a head nod. They do a head nod, and we go our own way. It's exchanging pleasantries, I guess. What the Chinese music in my ear? Alright, there's a very Chinese instrument that's playing right now in this lo-fi that I did not expect. Hmm. Which one are we on? We're on the Otsu, which is correct. It's the kind of thing where I just here to take class, get credit, get my degree, then get the fuck out. I don't really care to socialize there. That's fine. That's valid. A lot of people are like that in uni also. Not even that I'm completely closed off to new people. I just don't care for the social environment in specific. Yeah, that was me too. I was part of the go home club. Like I was there just to go to class and go home. If I was spoken to, I spoke back. And I never really spoke to anyone else. The only time I spoke to people was when I went to anime club to see if there were other weebs there. But then I wasn't really a part of anime club because, like, yeah, let's just say, this is a reason why I don't tell people I watch anime, bro. I'm just saying. I remember going to my high school's anime club, and that was even worse. Me and my friend went in there because like we watch anime and we noped out, bro. We like walked in and walked straight out. But I guess anime nowadays is more socially acceptable. Wait, which one was warm up? Okay, that was warm up, and that's the actual score. Yeah, but that's perfectly fine. Whatever you're doing is perfectly normal. No one's gonna judge you. Some people may keep tabs on you, be like, "Yeah, I wonder where that Solomon guy's going," in light passing, but then not really care. Do you feel like you have to socialize or something? Do they box you out? Not a bad score. 6. It's not about being judged. It's more so people talk about college being a major social area of one's life, full of excitement. But my experience is polar opposite of that. I wouldn't say it's social. For me, how I describe uni is, for me, uni is the last place where there's a readily accessible group of people my age that I don't have to like put in effort to meeting. But I still rarely talk to anyone. You were sold on propaganda. If you want a social experience, just go to one of the clubs at school. What I would say, but especially like community college and a commuter school. Yeah, people are just getting in and getting out. My uni was a commuter school. You weren't forced to live on uni, and it was in a major large city, so everyone like just went to school and went back home, and that's it. And their afterlife was either clubs or outside activities. The only time I talked to people were literally the same people in my major. I'd be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, John? Fancy meeting you here." And he's like, "Oh, Ada, it's essay. We have the same degree. Ha 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 ha." I've not spoken to John since. None of my classmates even know what I do. Even my classmates that I still talk to from uni, they don't know that I'm like a VTuber. They just know I play video games. They don't care to really pry. But then again, that's just like a behavior of men, really. They're like, "Yo, what's up, bro?" They don't ask unless they're extremely curious. 155.2. I went to multiple out of all the clubs I've been to. I eventually stopped talking to all the people I met before that met from there. I honestly picture a bigger 4-year school being better for social aspect than community college. It just all depends. Because I went to a commuter school. It was more leaning towards a community college experience than an actual university. I'm sure if you stayed in the dorm, you would communicate way more, having to live next to such neighbors. One of my classmates, he was a pretty sociable guy, and he lived on the dorm, so he had a way more like communicative environment than I did. But since I lived like um an hour away from school, well, if there was traffic, which there was most days, it was like 45 to an hour uh a commute, which was like 20 to 30 minutes of it being stuck in traffic because I lived in a major city with major traffic. Um, but on like dead nights or whatever, it would just take 30 minutes to get home. All right. It sounds like you had expectations and they didn't live up to your expectations. You should just go on dating apps and be sociable there. Is this sage advice? Who knows? Or madman's advice? All right. You are, as far as this diagnostic can establish, neither specifically German in your cognitive habits nor particularly autistic in your neurological profile. You are something rarer in the context of people who take quizzes like this, apparently normal about it. This may mean the question didn't land correctly. It may mean you're better at self presentation than self report. It may mean you are, in fact, just a person who functions reasonably well in the world without particular extremes in neither directions. Yeah, I'm naturally an indifferent person. Aristotle thought the good was the mean between extremes. He was, by all accounts, an extremely systematic thinker who built one of the most comprehensive physiological systems in history. Make that of what you will. You probably ended up here through social media, which means someone you follow scored either both or German. They sent it to you as a question or a joke. You are their control. I guess. Well, that was good. I guess. Let's take a screenshot of this and send it in the group chat or into their Discord. I just didn't expect people to be clicky and rub me the wrong way to the degree I was. It wasn't just one person, but multiple people. It'll be, I think it'll be fine. You'll find a lot of people like that, and you'll find your group soon enough. After all those experiences, it just left me wanting to stick to people whom I've already known for years and make the effort to sustain my already established friendship with them. Maybe you can meet new people through them. Why work hard finding new people when they can look for new people? Hmm? Did I take a 30 or a ancestry.com or a 23andMe or whatever it's called? It'd be so funny. It was like, yeah, you're just Vietnamese, bro. I'm like, damn. Um, nice. 29% German. I wonder which answers made me German. I also wonder what percentage that I need to reach so that I could be called German. My point is, I prefer to stick to people I already know and actually care about maintaining that connection than going through the hassle of meeting new people now. Yeah. But, like, what if you do want to meet new people? What's the most effective way to meeting new people? Sorry, I like gamify things. And like that, we're out of time. What about meeting new people on the internet? When will you get tired of me, Solomon, and leave me behind? Did that warm up? 5659. Yeah, that was warm up. Damn. Why my warm up so good? I always think I'm doing a bad job of retaining people if I don't like um get a certain average viewer count. But that's okay. I just have to deal with it. This is how the cookie crumbles. I usually do like whatever my follower count is divided by 100, and so that's what I expect myself to get like an average viewer count of. But I'm also kind of shooting myself in the foot by like doing shit like this. Like, I know aim training is not like the craziest thing, but this is for my own curiosity. That's crazy, bro. Crazy drop in score. Sorry if I shift this subject. Communications is not my strong point. I remember one semester, I put on an Asian accent to all these people in the class. And no one knew because it was like our first year. And I thought it was so funny. And then near the end of the semester, I started speaking normally. And some of them were like, "What happened to your accent?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess I just learned how to talk like you guys." And they just went with it. You know, they didn't question it or anything. I was hoping for a bigger reaction, like, "Oh, were you always doing that accent on purpose?" But you know, guess I did it for so long. It didn't matter anyways because it wasn't like my core classes. I mean, not my core classes, my major classes, major related classes. So I didn't see those people ever again. Like taking Chem 1 and 2, I'm never gonna see those girls again, bro. This is being goofy. Yo, Miss Bala. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I couldn't pronounce her name. Crazy name. After Tomodachi Life comes out and stuff, I'm probably gonna do a bunch of like background tasks for the channel. You might not see it. You might. Who knows? Okay. 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 Stop. When will my pain and suffering end, guys? When will the aim training stop? 16 days feels already too long. Get me out of here. Get me out of this hellhole. How did I do it for this long? Where did this attention span come from? Does it even matter anymore? I don't even play FPS games like that anymore. What's wrong with me? Eight, four. All right, we're down to our last two paths. Excitement, guys. Even if I don't sound like it, my heart is pumping. Yeah, I don't think I can take 3-minute breaks anymore. We'll just never do those again, bro. 4 minutes is the minimum I can take. 12 years ago today, No Game, No Life aired. Isn't that crazy, guys? Sorry, I'm humming Mario Sunshine. The Delfino Plaza. You guys just ever squeeze your titties to see like how strong you can flex? Is that just me? Bro. The test said I was not of whatever it was trying to test me. We got 30 seconds left until our break ends, and then we can start aim training again. I wonder how often people who play this game take breaks. Because when I didn't take breaks, it was over. But 4 minute break in between 6 runs is pretty good. All right, let's go. Time has elapsed. You guys think? Wait, you guys? I feel like you guys should send me quizzes, and I should take them in between the breaks, just for giggles. As long as it's not too crazy, you know. As long as I don't get banned on stream, I'll take any fun quizzes. All right, not too bad. Bad is this? Okay. I can feel the fatigue building up in my arms. I think we'll see how I feel. 4 minutes again tomorrow. Nearly the same score. 3 more to go. Wow, this is very consistent. 6. Damn. What a score. 5-6. Hoping me again. All right, on to the last pad, guys. Our last 4 minute break here. Probably the last 10 minutes of the stream. Okay. Cracking all my fingers. Can you guys crack every finger joint? Let's see. I can one. No, I cannot crack every finger joint. I can crack every other finger joint. I can't get. So I can get this joint. This one. Can't get this one. I can get this one. And get this one. But I can't get all my right hand. Got 2 minutes left on our break. Oh my gosh, thank you for the stretch.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch!
Thanks for the stretch one. Oh, as you can see, I'm stretching. Oh. Water bottle. We drank about like, I think 300 milliliters. Down another 100. You miss you. I miss you. Tetsuya and Nichan is crazy. If you miss me so much, then why aren't you putting more effort into seeing me? Hmm? Gotcha stump, eh? Alright, not a bad warm up. Sorry, KTZ, but we're down to the last pad of the test. Look at that, guys. He just says that and disappears. What? Do you wear a lot of pads? I don't think so. I would like to say no. 6.332.8. I think I had to wash my pad once a year. That's how much I wear them. Only my main pad I wash once a year. Uh, dạ chắc có. Chắc có. Hash brown hả? Hash brown hoặc là can fry? Dạ thì làm ấy. Mà suy nghĩ bao lâu? Đâu nhớ? Mà mấy độ? Yeah, I guess. Dạ thì làm bây giờ đi. My mom asked me if I want to eat hash browns, and I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead and make it. And then she's like, walking like a king, huh? And she was like, it must be nice having a maid, cook for you. And I was like, bro, chill. I was just air frying some hash browns, and flipping them once it rings. I can do it myself if she wants to. Wants me to. Oof, what a score. What a score. I like hash browns. What type of hash browns do you like? Do you like the thin, cloudy types? Almost PB'd, but that's okay. Big and shredded. Yes, diner style hash browns, I think. Oh, yeah. Waffle House style hash browns. You guys ever feel bad for Waffle House workers because they have to come in and work there, even like in craziest condition. Because Waffle House are on during like hurricanes and stuff. They're still open, should I say? Not on, as if it's a utility. All right, that's the last score, guys. Let's go and compile our data here. Change my screen here so you guys can see. Boom. Any business that's still open, even if it's a tornado out, are completely insane. I mean, that's the known thing for Waffle House. They're actually so known for that the U.S. like government used them as like an indicator if things are getting dangerous or not. I didn't do that right, I guess. Okay, and then we go to format, and then go here, I like all this. Check. There we go. We go to horizontal legends, make that small. It's a vertical legends, and the lowest score looks to be 555, and the highest score looks to be 560. So this is the current best pads. You guys having trouble seeing it? There you go. They're all lined up now. So who's the best pad? According to it, it's the Key 83 mid. Actually insane. Like consistency. Look at that. Not even. Wait, it did PB. Hold up. Wait a minute. Actual genuine crazy consistency in today's run. But we still got 2 days left. See if it still holds true. These are the previous day's data. So the winner here was the Otsu. Winner again is the Otsu. And then the 2K off. 2K off. And 2K off. So 2K off has 3 wins under his belt. Otsu has 2. And the K83 mid has currently 1. We'll average all the data together. And whoever has the overall score is the winner. Right? Because even though this has 3 first place finishes, maybe it gets taken down real hard because it's kind of in the middle of the pack here, or actually in the lower half of the pack. The only pad that's worse than this one is these 2. Yeah, so it's in 8th place. What about this one? And this is in 4th place. Yeah, so I'm curious of what is the overall ranking is, because I'm not trying to pick, the most number ones. Try and pick the best average. Oh no, the ads. I'll snooze them. Well, that's it, guys. I'll see you guys again for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days left. So if we look at the calendar here, how many days do we have till Tomodachi Life? We have 7 days until Tomodachi. 6 now. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 days. I guess we'll have to pull double duty on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that gives us 14. And how many do we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How did I count 14? The hell? That's supposed to have been 9. What? What the hell? The helly? I might have to pull triple duty over the weekend if that's the case. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Yeah, that's gonna sting. That's gonna sting. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. But I'll catch you in the very next episode. Bye bye. That's crazy, Spiderslav. Damn. Came right on the frame that I was ending. Unlucky. But I'll see you tomorrow.